to make Sonic and Sega to make Sonic shoes so he can get angry.
How about we not get involved?
Hello there. Excuse my scratchy voice. I am sick as a dog today, but I am joined by Sam and Ian. How are you guys?
I'm doing well.
I'm actually pretty damn good. I've just been out. I bought the very same game you've just bought.
And if you knew the first thing about me, you knew this was inevitable.
I believe we've actually mentioned this on the streams a couple of times. Actually, now that you mention it, you know, we've always said that. I think we said when this game comes out, we are streaming the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And Shenmue, if you really think about it, Shenmue is the father of the modern Yakuza series.
Yeah. Well, it had a lot of things that the game industry has as a standard for the first time. So
look, I have my own personal
really
opinions on Shenmue
series
as a whole. Though anyone watching who's new to this and you're trying to get in, you're just deciding, okay, let's see what the fuss is about. One bit of advice I would give to people in general is don't try and see Shenmue 1 as one particular story. Just try and see it as like one chapter in what is basically a massive fucking story. Because Ryu Hazuki really does not grow as a character really that much throughout the series.
Well, not in this one. He does a bit.
Well, is he? I mean, I don't want to give away spoilers because I could really make jokes about him in general. God, I have not. I mean, I actually saw the physical copy of this in Falkirk today on the Dreamcast for 25 quid.
Yeah.
And then I saw the trailers yesterday, and I thought, you know what? If I go to Falkirk tomorrow, if nothing else, I'm going to grab this. Fukusan. Go on, Ryo. Go in there. You can take them. They're only really trained martial artists. You're clearly a teenager with no healing factor. Come on, he has that plaster on his cheek throughout the entirety of a year.
This is for show.
Yeah, for show.
Hello, show.
Kiryu Kazuma would have already walked in here, said some dialogue, beaten up both the guards, been really nonchalant, and then beaten up Lan Di in a ridiculous fashion.
Yeah.
By now.
Apologies for the lack of camera, by the way. I'm not really in a position to be seen. I'm not very well today. On the plus side, I didn't have to put pants on.
That is always a bonus. It's a no pants Tuesday.
I'm doing a red guy.
And look at this. Lan Di, who clearly is not impressed by any of this shit. I know karate. Yes, well, I know martial arts that don't punch in one particular direction. I'm not even going to use my hands. Oh, ow! My expectations. I just love that. His dad gets his ass kicked and he's like, I'll run and save you, father. Ow, my expectations. Oh, Ryu. Oh, Ryo. The world is not kind to you.
Your son.
No, don't kill my son.
The mirror.
Dude, the guy is literally lifting him but with one hand. He really is. You do not fuck with Lan Di.
Do you remember Chao Sun Ming? Chao? That's
Yeah, I had a theory about Shenmue when there was only one game.
It can't be. You. Get up. I'll allow you to die like a warrior.
Get up. I'll allow you to die like a warrior. I will actually use a hand this time.
Bendy-sama, we have it.
Ah, the Phoenix Mirror. Oh no,
Yep.
is that the dragon? No, sorry, it's been a while since I've even played these myself.
No, that's the dragon one.
The last one I played was actually the Xbox, the original Xbox version of Shenmue 2. I apologise, Nicole's being difficult. She's been very gassy lately.
For leaving you alone. What are you saying?
Well,
Father!
you know what would have made this scene more tragic?
What?
If his dad's last words were "Happy birthday, son."
No.
Oh.
You are a massive disappointment.
I'm not really your father.
And of course, the less said about the voice acting in these games, the better.
Yeah, look, let's not talk about the voice acting in the second game. I still maintain the worst thing I've heard is, "I hope nothing was broken." So, Ryu comes home, his dad gets killed. I think you all can tell where this is going.
The old father gets killed trope.
Well, no, it's more, Ryu has just got, the problem I've always had is, Ryu, it's 4 days later, Ryu has basically got his ass handed to him. I'm assuming that Ryu wasn't as strong as his dad.
Yeah.
In terms of martial arts skill, and his dad just got completely fucking killed by a guy who didn't really even need to use his hands. And his first instinct is, right, I need to get revenge on the guy.
Well, he's not really thinking clearly, is he? That's the...
Well, no, but Ollie, think about how far this goes. This isn't just a whole, I'm angry, so I'm going to get revenge thing. He literally, the second game is literally in Hong Kong. It goes that far. And he still thinks, I mean, hell, the second game, sorry, spoiler warning here, he's flat out given examples of, look, this guy is stronger than us, and we can kick your ass with no problem.
Yeah.
And also, Ryu also doesn't have the advantages of, say, going into a menu and getting an item to heal himself. That's also a thing that probably should be put into people's heads here. These games do not have like a healing thing in battle. You take damage, you're keeping that fucking damage to the end of the battle.
Well, yeah, that's true. Also, no weapons.
Yeah, also no weapons, so you can't, and there's no like special move things like the heat attacks from Yakuza. Though I still maintain Kiryu Kazuma could kick the shit out of Lan Di, only mainly because he's kicked the shit out of most other people and pretty much destroyed an entire Chinese cartel. And that's just for the whole, I don't even want to be part of this. Didn't have to kill my dad. Didn't have to kill my dad. You know, in this house you can find a Sega Saturn.
I know, I believe it's in the living room.
Even though this is the 1980s and it didn't even exist then. But then again, Sonic the Fighters Gashapon toys are in this game, and Sonic wasn't even a thing till 1991.
Yeah. A cassette tape.
Oh, wow. A cassette tape. Hope this is not Chris's cassette tape.
So, Sega...
For that era, these graphics were really good. Let's not forget.
You have to remember that the Dreamcast officially came out in 1999. It didn't have a long lifespan, and it wasn't. The game didn't really have a long. The console didn't really have a long lifespan. I also want to point out to people who are familiar with Dead Rising and Fallout.
Now it's a multi-platform game. It'll do well.
Yeah. Well, also a point I should probably make out is that this game does have a time limit till you get a permanent game over. It's pretty much impossible to get a game over permanently. Hold on, did you see that file in that thing said Master System?
Oh, I see it. Yeah.
Sorry, small Easter eggs.
So Sonic the Hedgehog was a stolen property all along.
Yes. Yes. Oh god, we need to add a Shenmue thing into the Sonic the Jerk thing, even as a reference.
Yeah.
Even if it is just Ryu asking if anyone's seen a Chinese man. Or asking where the harbour is. Also, weird fact, you know the town that you're in actually does exist in Japan? And it is almost spot for spot what it was in the 1980s.
Yeah, I heard. Like, that's similar to Feeling Better, are we? Sam and Ian talked me into it. But yeah, that is.
Ollie, I want to point out, you made a song and dance out of this. You and me have dealt with for years. We've dealt with, a Shenmue thing. We both knew that once we realised that streaming was a thing, deep down in your tiny little black heart, which does not pump normal blood like yours or mine, or like everyone else's, that if Shenmue was ever going to be made into a thing that was streaming, it was going to happen.
Yeah.
It had to. It was inevitable. It was just a matter. It wasn't a matter of if. It was a matter of when.
You should still be resting.
I'm fine.
And now we have both you and I have Shenmue, and quite frankly, I'm amazed how little space the games actually take up according to the back. I mean, 18 gig for something like this.
But you needn't work too hard.
I think my idea for Netflix would have been better for my health, possibly. But I wasn't going.
Oh God, Ollie! They put on the back of the case. They've actually put the gambling thing on the back.
This is for today.
Really?
I just thought this would be interesting, but under the PEGI rating, there's violence and gambling.
Well, there is, yeah.
Do you know
Includes a double-sided poster and reversible cover. The saga begins again.
Really?
Take your role of Jiu-Jitsu protege Ryu Hazuki and solve the mystery of your father's murder. I just watched him get killed. The mystery's over. With a unique open world still unrivaled in depth and detail, return to the epic saga that defined modern gaming.
I mean, I'm watching.
Also, remember, there's that one random girl who keeps remember that one random girl in the game who goes, "I'm not interested in boys."
Oh yeah.
I remember playing this with
the Sega Saturn.
I think it's in the living room, or what would count as the living room.
Ine-san's gonna leave 500 yen every day. Just saying.
Until you get a job.
Yeah.
Get out of mine, ball. Get a job.
Excuse me.
Fought for this country. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Klaus. When Steve needs needs the energy drink. Get out of mine, ball. Get a job. Fought for this country.
There it is. Segata Sanshiro, Segata.
Segata Sanshiro, Sega Satan Shiro. I actually have a Sega Saturn, by the way.
Yeah. Like, interestingly,
also,
they don't guard against the Chinese mafia, but they make sure to keep Segata Sanshiro out of their house by buying a Sega Saturn.
I just want to point out here, Ollie, that Ryu Hazuki has, in some game form or another, teamed with Kiryu Kazuma, Segata Sanshiro, and Majima.
If we were playing Better Than Life, who would we see? Luke Skywalker would probably be one of them. Who would you see in Better Than Life, Sam? Like,
who would I see in my own personal Better Than Life thing?
Yeah, well, that's the point.
I honestly think. Well, I think the problem is I'd start seeing a lot of characters I like a lot.
Yeah.
Although I think that no offense, I think that Jack would end up being the Rimmer of the group.
Oh god. Our faces have been smothered with jam, and now we're about to be eaten alive by killer ants. Why? Why not?
I kind of feel if I went into Better Than Life, I'd like to go in with Ian, Ollie, and my friend Kurt. Mainly because I know that Kurt would have his waifu come to life.
Who's his waifu?
Which Rem from ReZero, the psychotic blue-haired maid who is sweet. However, she smashes people's legs into literal liquid with, you know, a morning star.
Ah, I have more discipline than Rimmer. Fair enough.
Oh, well, obviously, yeah, I actually do think you have more discipline than Rimmer. It's just I think that if anyone was going to be the Rimmer, it would be probably you. Because but I only say that in the means that I think you're the only one whose mind might bring something negative in.
Someone once told me I'd be a good Crichton.
I can see that. I can also see you being the cat for some reason.
I'm clearly the Lister.
Yeah. Well, then what does that leave me with then? Ace?
I think that leaves you with the cat.
Wow!
I mean...
I can live with the cat.
Yeah.
So, 500 yen, that's the equivalent of like a fiver. So his allowance is a fiver a day. Which...
Yeah, but it's out of inheritance, so technically speaking, it's, you know, probably more. You're just getting a little bit of a day, so you don't spend it all in one place, like on Gashapon toys. Or the arcade. The arcade.
Yeah.
Don't spend your money at the arcade. Oh, also some rumours on Broly that may or may not interest you.
Go on.
Apparently certain rules in Japan in terms of cartoons, like what, have changed. Apparently they're not allowed to show death the way they used to anymore. There is a rumour right now that Broly isn't going to be a villain by the end. There's rumour he may end up being, a good guy by the end.
Oh, God. That's not what he's about.
No,
Actually,
to
be fair, this is a completely different Broly because the original Broly, what he's about, is kind of like 90% of his problem.
Yeah. Well, what he's about is very little.
Yeah, that's kind of part of the problem.
And that's what made him who he is.
Yeah, but the problem is what he is kind of... He's not interesting, and to be fair, Akira Toriyama has more say here, and, well... If he wants to bring Broly back in some stupid way...
Don't worry,
well,
if
it can't be any
negative
worse.
came about, it would be everyone I ever hated in medieval torture devices. Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. That I can actually respect.
Jack, have you checked out that show Disenchanted yet? Because I really think you'd like it.
Find your center of balance.
Because Matt Groening's done a new show on Netflix called Disenchanted.
I've seen all the stuff. Yeah, I've seen the trailers for it.
Yeah.
I did
Matt
notice his
Berry's
art
voice is in
style.
it, as is Noel Fielding's voice. Trophy, simpler type. That was worth a silver trophy. Okay.
I am now officially curious, but there we go. Yeah, Ryu never really truly understands, how really weak he actually is compared to everyone else. I mean, yeah, he can take out a couple of street thugs and bikers, but when actual martial artists come in, it's actually more of a, struggle.
Yeah.
I like seeing fair against Kiryu.
Oh, Kiryu would fucking murder him.
Yeah, Kiryu would destroy him. In fact, we had a headcanon, didn't we, Sam, that he grew up to be Kazuma Kiryu?
I actually don't think Kiryu would... it would be funny, but again, I've seen them together.
But yeah, this is around the time frame for Yakuza 0 anyway, so...
If you remember
At this
Yeah,
point
so-
in Kamurocho, Kiryu was already a Yakuza.
Yosan,
Yeah.
what you gonna do?
And I'm just putting it out there, Kiryu would absolutely whoop, you know, most of the people in Shenmue.
Yeah.
Please don't.
Probably
Hell, I even
Landy
think
as
he'd be able
well.
to take...
Hazuki-sensei.
Oh, Landy wouldn't... Landy would actually probably be more amazed that, you know, at how strong Kiryu is. I mean, have you played the demo of Kiwami 2 yet?
I need to
No,
do
not
this.
yet.
The guy literally gets smacked in the back of the head with a glass bottle, and all he really does is just stand there, turn his head, like, just to give them a moment to realise, you fucked up, and then throws them off a balcony. That's some fucked up shit.
Ask around if anyone saw men wearing black that day. That's a very vague question.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's kind of the... Ryu's problem is he's a very dim fucker. You know, he came home one day. He came home one day from going around the town to watch his dad get murdered, and his first thing is, right, I need to get revenge. So let's find out who these people who clearly outclassed me are, so I can try and take them out.
This is giving me new material for Sonic the Jerk.
Look, anything that gives you new material. Also, can I point out that the HUD is exactly like the old Dreamcast one?
Yeah.
It kind of makes you long for an adapter where you could just plug your Dreamcast controller into like a port and plug it into your PS4.
Hey.
I was thinking of having Ryu as a weakling.
Maybe later, okay?
I can see
So
it.
Hi there.
just like he gets beaten up by everyone. But
Yeah,
it's
I
like,
can see it.
Nothing really.
But he's like the Black Knight from Monty Python. He's like, haha, this is just a flesh wound. But he still gets beaten up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see him getting his arms held and him being punched in the stomach over and over again. He's like, this is nothing, while coughing up blood.
I know, he gets beaten up by little kids.
I can see that.
Hi, Megumi.
Oh, what a lovely area. You know, when I got this, I actually spent way too much time on the gastropon toys.
Oh,
Okay, then I'll show you.
I can see Ollie as the lister of us. If any one of
Is
us
your kitten?
would end up as a disembodied brain in a jar, I could see it happening to Ollie.
All alone.
I want to
Well, he's already
argue, but
lost
I
his leg,
can't.
so he's halfway there.
See the
I want to argue, but I can't.
a car ran over her mommy. My big sister saw it. She said it was a big black car.
A black car.
Yeah, and she said it was really scary. And then me and Sis, we buried the mommy cat. And so now I can be the kitty's mommy. But Mommy says we can't keep the kitten at home.
I know. Ryu gets beaten up by little kids, but then he gets, you know, and he gets into a fighting stance, and then he gets beaten up by the parents, and because they think he's kicking the shit out of their kids.
Yasuo?
Yeah, I can see that.
Kitty don't look so good.
So in other words, he's like Chris Thornbeck 1.2.
Well, Chris needs a break to recover, so, you know, we can move on to... so, you know, someone else can take his place as the whipping boy.
Okay.
Well, he's gonna have a lot of it in the Halloween specials.
Oh, wonderful.
Especially the Jaws one.
Da 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 da.
Do this, so it's easier to eat.
Fried fish.
Wow, she's eating.
Give it the fish.
It's what cats eat, right?
Meow.
Tiny, but already an orphan.
It's so sad. Yamagi-san
Wow.
over too.
Wow.
Takashi-san,
Yeah, the
What would we do with a time device?
got shocked and fell.
I'd like to think we wouldn't party with...
Backside, so now he stays
with history's
When
worst.
I go to the candy shop, I always stop by to visit him.
You can go to the grassy knoll and say, duck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
close by there.
My bad
Mayumi,
taste
you
chip
need to be
got
careful around cars
around
too.
there.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, history's
I've got to
worst
go
would
now.
include Trump. Yeah, that's true.
But wait, we gotta think
I should probably point out as well to people that there aren't any real arrows.
Oh, well.
Like there aren't waypoints or anything. You've just got to know where to go.
Yeah.
Bye-bye,
Or figure
Learn
it
your
out.
environment.
See. What would I do with a time device? I don't know. Probably kidnap a baby Christian and put him with some decent parents.
I need to visit Yamagishi-san. Sakura Gaoka.
Yeah, that would be a smart thing to, you know, save Chris Chan from himself. I mean, you deprive the internet of 90% of its 90% of its, you know, mocking culture, but you know, it's a sacrifice for the greater good.
The greater good.
Hush, or I'll have to force feed you Bargadunk. Hun. It's called a joke.
Shut it.
I know, you're tired. You're not doing it wrong. It's just, well... She's a very vocal baby.
Takes after her daddy.
Excuse
Oh
me.
god, yeah, she does take after me, sadly.
What's this nameplate say?
I don't feel good about my kicking prowess.
Does it? I'm trying to find the Yamamoto's house, but see my eyesight
It's
is
a shady
bad,
old
so-
lady.
Don't worry. I'll look for it. Wait for me in that park up ahead.
You're so
Taijima.
kind. Thank you
Does
so
it?
much.
Right, now I've got to find the Yamamoto household.
Why do old people smell like dinner?
I don't know.
He's trying to eat me!
They're trying to euthanize me, Nancy.
Help!
Ginger, that's Mitsui.
Mitsui.
I'd say, bitch, I have a master's degree, hopefully. Like, you know, that's a contribution, it's an achievement. I've also given hundreds of hours of streaming entertainment to the world. I mean, you know, true, nobody's actually used it, but is that the point?
Well, again, the point of the Inquisitor is literally that you've lived a good life, but that's by, you know, certain definitions.
And Jack, we were the
To
best
me, I
parts
think
of
I've had
our production of Masquerade. That's something.
I think that considering the people I've met and the places I've been and, you know, how happy I am with my life situation right now, I'd say I've lived an okay life. Plus, I've given pleasure to the world by having a hot ass.
Some might say that's a pretty shallow argument.
Some people might say that I'm a pretty shallow guy, but I'm a shallow guy with a hot ass. Why do I get the feeling Jack and Ollie would be the ones to be erased? And him just go, Sam has lived a more worthwhile life than me.
Ah, there's Yamagishi-san's house. I'll remember that.
Sayonara, Yamaguchi-san.
Akasaka
Nagasaki. I can't really speak Japanese at this point, and I feel bad.
I speak a tiny bit. I haven't picked up Duolingo since well, you have a wife and child. Yes, that's true. Yamamoto.
Yeah, I have a wife and child, and I'm very happy with them.
And she was waiting in the park.
Ma'am, I found it.
Did you? Thank you so very much.
Oh, my life is over.
Thanks to you, Ian, I can't still get that song out of my head from the last time. The old Grandma Sonic.
There's so few
Oh, yeah.
helpful young people these
I still
days.
like the idea of Sonic's grandma still being alive and Julius Hedgehog just wanting her to be dead. We've been wanting you to die for 70 years.
It was Yamamoto-san.
I don't have any reason to be here. I shouldn't intrude.
Oh, there's Yamamoto-san.
Yamagishi-san.
Oh, it's you now.
How is your back?
Yes, it's much better. But how did you know?
I heard from someone in the neighborhood that you almost got ran over by a car.
Oreo.
Well, it must have been Megumi or
Yes, it's much
Sonia-san
better.
who told you.
How did you
That
know?
driver was insane.
Sounds like Mel Brooks.
Could you tell me about what happened with that
Why did
car?
no one tell me my ass
Sure.
looked so big?
This black car came
I must have been
the
Megumi, and my ass said who told you.
Park and went towards
Tiger Vault.
A black car. Did you see the license plate number?
This black car came flying around the corner.
So
Twice I caught a go
And to
cutter.
make
Come
matters
back.
worse, I fell
I
over.
went towards the
I never had the
B-way,
chance.
the whatever.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear you're okay.
Maybe there hadn't been any snow. And to make matters worse, I fell over, so I never had the chance. I ain't got like said that Camilla makes a better. This is also my Heihachi voice.
Oh yeah. Poor hey. You know, I saw the pop figurine of him. For some reason, and it was right next to a gin, so I was tempted to make it push the gin off the side. See, if that wasn't a Kazuya, it would have been a lot more thematically appropriate.
Actually, Jin, well, Kazuya should be the one pushing Heihachi off.
That's why I just said. That's why I just said. Thing goes. Heihachi threw him off the cliff twice.
Just a...
But everyone remembers Kazuya doing it the most.
Yeah. Especially now.
Hello. Yeah, I remember that fan fiction. Was it Kazuya Knows Best? It's basically an American sitcom with Kazuya as like a TV dad.
That day,
Complete with a laugh
did you see
track.
a black car?
Yep.
A black car?
And it's like he's married to Jun, and you know, Jun's obviously their kid.
I had no
Yeah.
idea.
Thrift
And,
store.
Rio?
And a running gag is that whenever Heihachi does something that pisses
Yeah.
Kazuya off, he throws him off the cliff.
I've got high standards for how my life should be. I don't think my life has been worthwhile, certainly unfulfilled due to lack of opportunity. Well, that's not exactly your fault, is it? I feel a similar way, but, you know, I can at least... Like, I'm doing what I can with what is available.
Nozomi.
Oh look, it's his not
No.
girlfriend.
Have things settled down for you any?
Funny Bear
Yeah.
Burger.
If there's anything I can do,
That
be
just
sure
sounds
to let me know.
really wrong.
Yeah.
You won't find this in any
Did you happen
picnic
to see a
basket.
black car that day?
A black car?
Hey,
It
hey,
wasn't the kind of car usually seen around here.
did someone say picnic
A
basket?
car like that splashed mud on me when it sped past.
I don't think this is such a good idea, Yogi.
Did you see who was in the car?
No, I
Don't be
didn't.
silly, boo-boo.
It was
I'm
too
a
fast.
smarter than the average bear.
But I heard a rumor that Tom had an argument
I
with the
stave
people in
off
the car.
starvation for
You
another
mean Tom
week.
at the hot dog truck.
Yeah.
Yogi, what do
Have
you
you,
think you're
seen
doing
that
with
robot
picnic
chicken thing where
basket?
they turn Yogi into a
No
Super
reason.
Sentai
See you
thing?
later.
No.
And that's how you bring Yogi Bear to Japan.
Yeah. See you.
And they just stand up, look at the guy, and then leave a sword in the room and leave.
Tom Hot Dog Truck had words.
Rio, cheer up, will ya?
Oh, good, we're bringing back Dr. Girlfriend. I love it.
Yep. Yes, we're having Dr. Girlfriend as Dagger, but yeah. Store that simply says tomato or tomato wherever you're from.
It's a convenience store chain.
Tom.
Oh, does it do like
Tell me about those
ketchup
men in the
style
black car.
foods like the red
What?
guy did in Cow and
Nozomi
Chicken?
told me you had words with the guys driving the black car.
I don't know.
No, I don't remember.
Mrs. Bear
They might have been the
Derriere.
ones who murdered my father.
Your father?
Please try to think.
Right, man. I'll try.
Those
No,
guys
no,
in the
no,
black
I
car,
don't
what were they
remember.
like?
They've
I
been the
saw a guy
ones.
wearing
Your
this
father.
weird coat.
What kind of coat?
It was
Right,
a
man,
deep
I'll
green,
try.
Maybe
Ah,
velvet
Tom.
or silk.
Teaches you one of the more
Something
interesting
Chinese.
moves.
That's Landy. What happened?
It was a
They
deep
almost hit
green,
one of my
maybe velvet or
customers, so I
silk,
gave them a
sold
piece of
in
my
Chinese.
mind. But that man, he gave me this glare. I ain't never seen such a
They
cold
almost hit
stare,
one of my
man.
customers, so I gave a piece
Do
of
you
my
remember anything
mind.
else?
No.
But that
Try
man,
asking
he
Chinese people
gave me
about
this glare. I
Chinese.
ain't never
Do you
seen
know
such a
any
cold
Chinese?
stare, man.
Sorry, man. But see that travel agency over there?
It's like he was about to
They get
kill
some
my father or
Chinese
something.
customers. I'll
Try
ask
asking
around for
Chinese
you
people
too,
about
man.
Chinese.
Come by later.
Sorry,
Okay,
Mom.
that's not. That's actually kind of very. Ollie, what is that?
I don't know.
That's like saying I don't know anything about those kind of people. Ask black people about blacks.
Yeah,
Excuse
we're
me.
clot.
Yes?
Yeah, I
I'm looking
knew
for
that
someone
one was
who knows
coming.
about Chinese people.
And I'm
Do
glad
you
someone
know
said
anyone?
it before
Why don't you
someone
try
said
the
a
Chinese
rasclat.
restaurant near the drugstore. You mean the Ajiji? Yes?
Sit down, you
I'm
little
sure their
ras.
employees are all Chinese. Thank you very much.
Sit down and shut up.
Put your clothes on the chair and you can have a banana.
What the fuck?
The horse is in Raymond.
I'll ask
The
I-
Kiar in the insurance in Raymond. The Kiar in Raymond. The only thing not in Raymond is a knife.
Okay,
Excuse me.
that's fair enough.
Now, where is this Chinese restaurant?
I'm sure if you ask around, you'll find it.
Or, according to that guy, ask a Chinese person.
They'll know about the Chinese mafia.
Oh,
They
Ollie, you
wouldn't
just
dare.
took it. You just took a
They
very,
wouldn't
very,
dare.
very big withdrawal at the first bank of racism.
I know.
They wouldn't dare talk about the triad.
Ugh.
Nobody talks about the triad in public.
Excuse me. Zam's here, hey. You can't see me, but I'm waving.
Ollie's sneeze made my eyes watery and my nose itch.
Sorry. Excuse me.
No, but ketchup.
Right, I need to find the Ajiichi restaurant. Oh yeah, this game works on real time. Well, not real time. The day progresses at a steady pace. It's 5 PM already. Can't see me, but I'm waving. Yokosuka Bar. It's a day and night cycle, right? Yep.
Pretty much. But certain things can be done in the day and, you know, some things can be done during the night only.
Asia Travel Company.
Please don't go in there and decide, Asia, China.
Japan is also in Asia. We're already in Asia. Hello, either. Okay. The Water Dragon Thrift Store. Water Dragon 2 Thrift Store. I wasn't a big fan of the sequel. Water Dragon 1 was far better.
Then they got to Water Dragon 3.
Sorry, but
Ooh.
I don't feel
And then they started getting
talking with
celebrity
strangers.
cameos from people who
If you're
really
trying to
didn't
pick
know
me
what they
up,
were doing.
Get it. Find
Or
someone
care.
else.
Ugh. But then it got worse with Water Dragon The Revenge.
Hi.
Hi, mister! Let's play baseball!
Some other time, okay?
Then after that came Water Dragon Takes Manhattan.
Yep.
Oh.
No, go
And
ahead.
And then there's Water Dragon Origins prequel.
Excuse me. What can I do for you?
Nothing lived up to the original.
What is it?
And I just recently heard
Who should I ask about
that
Chinese
they're
people
doing
around
the
here?
Water Dragon
Chinese?
remake.
There are some
No,
people
God.
from China
In
in
3D.
that Chinese restaurant over there. You mean the people at Ajiichi?
I love that
Anyone
about
else?
Vice City and San Andreas and all those games. Some stuff just looked
Don't
better
know
at
anyone
night. To me,
else.
that was a big deal
I
on
see.
Pokemon games, Gold and
Thank you.
Silver versions. Oh, yeah.
Yes? Something else? If it's about Chinese, the place diagonally opposite here. The owner of Ajiichi may be able to help you. I see.
Oh, it looks like
where.
I'm close.
Grove Street are
Oh,
slipping,
I was right
man.
next to it.
It's right across the street, sir.
I feel I must apologise again for how fucking
Tao-san.
awful I sound.
Yes?
Yeah.
Are there any other
No,
Chinese
Ollie, it's
people
not
around
really as bad as you
Why
think.
do you want to know about other Chinese?
here?
Why do the
Nothing,
Chinese have a British
Is
accent
it
in this
something
dub?
to do with what happened to your father?
I don't know.
Yes.
I think it's to make them sound
Not all
different.
Chinese people are bad.
Not
Why do you
all
want to
Chinese
know
people
that?
are bad.
But the only clue I have is that they
Oh
are Chinese.
God! How awkward this is to
Please.
look at.
Is there
Yeah.
anything you could tell
Just
me?
the whole.
You
Not all Chinese people are
around
bad.
here?
I'm sorry,
There's
one
quite a
Chinese
lot of
person.
them
Yeah,
compared to
you have to
before.
explain this to a guy who is
Don't
basically
really know
almost
the
18.
newcomers. I see.
Why don't
You
you
say
tell him
Chinese
about the
people
three
around here,
blades?
but there's
Oh, I
quite a
think I
lot
get
of
the
them
diameter.
compared to it before.
Three
We
blades.
don't really know the newcomers.
They live in an
What are the three
enclosed.
blades?
Till
It
Sam has the
literally
cat.
refers
As
to
the cat
three
sounds about
different
right. He did
blades
impression earlier. You
that
should have heard it.
represent three different trades.
The barber,
I'm feeling
tailor,
fearsome,
and the cook.
dangerous.
They all use bladed
To three
tools.
different
The barber
blades
uses a
that
razor.
represent
The
three
tailor uses
different
scissors.
trades.
And the cook uses
I should be
knives.
a rapper.
I get it. Most of the Chinese who came to Japan were one of the
Three different braids,
It doesn't
three
cost
different
much to
trades.
set up,
Stick
so
that
you
in your
can
blood
start
and
the
smoke
business
it.
quickly. People of the three blades also know each other.
No thanks, I'd
very
rather
well.
not.
It's a good idea to ask them if you're looking for information on people from China. Who are some of the three blade people around here?
For the barber, visit Maeda-san. For the tailor, see Itoi-san, who's making patches now. For the cook, go and ask Mampukuken Ramen. The three blade people should know about other Chinese people as well.
Oh, there's also another barber shop, the Liu Barber and Hair Salon. But Liu Sun's father is
Can
in
you
the
do
hospital
Crichton
now.
and ask
His
Jack?
family's having a hard time.
I can, yeah.
The shop's been closed recently.
Okay. Just remembering a quote,
I
cross
should
and
go and
quote.
speak with Maeda-san,
Ah, fun.
Itoe-san,
Ah, yes, the
and
employment of
Mampukuken
time in a
Ramen,
profitless
right?
and non-practical
Yes.
way.
I see.
Okay,
Thank you very
I will ask her. He's trying to get me not to lie, sir.
He's trying to teach me how to lie. Right, well, I doubt anywhere would be open at this time, but
Yeah, you can always go to the arcade and piss about.
yeah.
I do not know where the harbor is.
Everything closes at about 7, so
Yeah.
excuse me.
Sir, how do you do it? Calling a banana an aardvark. An aardvark isn't even a fruit. Genius. Banana. It always has been a banana, always will be a banana. It's a fruit that you peel off the skin and eat the white bits. It's a banana. He's a smurr. He's a smurr. He's a smee. He's a smee.
I did it! Brutal.
I'd do an impression of River, but I'm not there. I bet it would be marvellous.
And the things he can do with alphabetti spaghetti.
Cool it,
Cool it
Arnie.
on.
Alphabetti
Spaghetti! Just that face he pulls. It just. I just like to imagine that's Rimmer's face when he's taking a very bad time on the toilet.
Right, well, it's
Mr.
officially
Flibble
night
is
time
very
now.
cross.
I met Chris Berry, Yeah, I remember you saying.
They've been very naughty boys, haven't they, Mr. Flibble? Yes. What do we do to naughty boys who have been naughty, Mr. Flibble? Uncle Arnie fries them alive with his hex vision. That's right, Mr. Flibble. Uncle Arnie says, "Game over, boys."
100 yen.
Come on, kid. I'll try it.
Is that supposed to be Ivan Drago?
I don't know.
The stiff look on the characters. There was a time when these graphics were hot.
Yeah, this came out in 1999.
Was that around the same time Silent Hill was released?
I think so.
Because the graphics on this were a lot better than Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Second try. Ready, go.
Well, again, you got to remember the Dreamcast came out just before the PS2 did. Ollie trying to master the QuickTime event.
Final try. Ready, go.
Ha, hoo, cha.
I was a little girl. Let's see, 1999. Ooh, I was about...
I was 8.
I believe I was 12.
Okay, that was the high score. First try. Let's try darts.
Darts. One game, 100 yen.
Yeah, I think I was 12 years old.
I'll
Yeah.
give it a try.
Zami was a little girl. Me too, at one point. Probably.
I'm bored
Wait,
now,
that-
let's play darts.
No good.
No, Mr. President. I did warn you.
General, I never thought I'd say this.
Yeah, that's
Blow
the
up the
way.
White House.
No good.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the way.
Ollie only got a small score. That's too much, man.
Sam's still a kid,
Oh, good.
according to Sam 3.
Well, I like to think
This
I'm
is it.
young at heart in some way. I'm also going to be that one parent that's just, joining in with a child when we're pranking people by, throwing condoms filled with flour on people.
No good. Should I play more?
One more time.
Guess I'll try again.
I'm starting to remember Bullseye.
Yes, yes.
Your metabolism shall turn against you.
Nice and steady, nice and easy. Take your
My
time.
mom did say at one point when we were at the hospital when I went to
No, good.
see my baby girl, she just randomly said to me, "You're never going to grow up, are you?" I went, "Probably not.
Why would
But if
she
growing
say
up
that?
means being
So
as
close.
miserable as you are, then I'm happy for that."
What did she mean
Yeah,
by
my
grow
mom
up?
decided. My mom decided I wasn't going to grow up because apparently, because I still have
Oh,
games
good.
consoles and because I still read comic books and I enjoy certain things, and because I'm not a miserable old fuck like her. And I mean, literally, my mom does not believe in owning possessions.
Really?
I'm getting it.
Well, my mom doesn't have any money for anything, so she literally
This
lives
is it.
she literally lives in a house with literally a television and that's all she's got.
So close.
She only had the internet because I had it and then got mad when I moved out. Because it meant that she had no internet anymore.
I think you did her a favour.
No more dogs.
I know.
How drunk do you have to be for your hand to be wavy like that? Ah.
Well, on the scale of, basically that depends how much drink do you need to have to feel like you have Parkinson's.
Six
I'd
shots.
say very.
See. I'd try and answer that, but I think I have been in that situation, but I can't remember how much I drank.
I remember being drunk at the prom at college quite a few, once, and honestly, a lot of that was just to get the image of my ex out of my face. She came in the ugliest dress you could possibly imagine. Pink and green.
Ollie,
Ew.
bless us with a video of you playing darts. Ah.
Ollie, we need to get you a dartboard.
I haven't played darts since that one time.
Oh god, he's going into flashback.
Space Harrier.
Did you take someone's
100
eye
yen
out?
game.
No.
Do do do.
3 people watching. Are you here, Seb? No.
I won't play it today. One game, 100 yen. I won't play it today.
Maybe it would help if you had a picture of Trump on the board. Possibly.
Might I suggest a cigarette, sir?
Hey, if this was the 80s, shouldn't they be having Alex Kidd instead of Sonic?
Maybe.
Yes, they should.
Oh, I think you can, like, on the Dreamcast version there was a feature where if you had completed data of Shenmue when you started Shenmue 2, you could carry over all your collectibles and stuff.
Oh yes, the Flicky game.
100 yen each.
Flicky.
I should
That
buy
was an interesting game.
It was.
I'd probably need to boot up my PS2 just to play the Sonic Mega Collection again.
Kids Sarah 2. Gotcha.
Maybe I should get another.
And I've spent my allowance on arcade games and capsule toys.
Hey,
Truly a wise investment.
maybe I should get another.
Well, it's not like you're gonna spend it on something like college. Ugh.
Or a girl.
I mean, oh, what a waste of money. Ugh.
Great.
I mean, it's not as if he likes that Nozomi girl or anything. Ooh, Nights into Dreams. There's even a
Should
Nights
get
one.
another.
And some of these gashapons are even based off one of the old Virtua Fighter characters.
Nah, not today.
This is a slap in the face to Alex Kidd. I mean, this is like his era, and yet
Toy
he's not in
capsules.
it.
100 yen each, huh?
Now, Ian, you know the reason
Changed
for
my
this.
mind.
He's busy cleaning up the toilets in Sonic's
I love
bathroom.
these. I should buy one.
Lamenting the old days.
Wondering where his life went wrong.
Yeah. And goes home to bed and cries
I know this.
himself to sleep.
Oh, look who it is.
Ooh, who is it?
Nice.
It's the 7-Up guy.
I should try again.
It's Knights.
Nights into Dreams. I know this, somehow.
He, she.
It's a
Zim.
Night 2.
Zim.
Great.
There.
Is there a gambling place here that I could win more money?
Let's see. Ah, it's a
I should try
car.
again.
Hey, that's the car
Nah,
from
not
that
today.
fighting game where the car can beat people up.
Hornet. Oh yeah, I remember that. I played as that car.
Yeah, it's
Mate.
Fighters Mega Mix. I should try
prefer-
again.
I prefer
Nah, not
playing it as- My favourite one is the bird.
Ah,
Is the
poor.
door open?
You know what? Poor Ryu. Ryo can only really speak. Doesn't have any inner monologue.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this guy. I should take
If
this
I
guy
stick
by
around,
surprise.
I can probably get
I
more
can
information.
still hear you.
You are a fool.
Excuse me.
Oh, no, no, no. I've been too tired lately. Ask me later, will you?
I should
Have you
go.
noticed
Oh,
that?
no.
Have you
I've
know-
been too tired lately. Ask me later, will you?
Have you noticed that Rio doesn't
Tom.
eat?
Hi-dio!
Ryo doesn't eat. He doesn't
Did you come up
heal.
with
He just
anything about
kind
the
of
men in black suits?
Not
exists.
In a permanent state of homeostasis.
Is it safe to say he's doomed?
Probably.
Nothing.
You think he's cursed? Like he's died and this is his hell?
Possibly. Yeah, everywhere's closing down. Let's go home.
It's not as if you waste enough time, suddenly Landy will come back and kill you.
Yeah, he will though.
I know, Ollie. I know that's literally the only way to get a game over.
Yeah. Oh, this isn't where I wanted to go. Let's see if I can make it home before... Oh, I won't be able to. Because in this one I think it's 11 where you just fast travel.
Yes, after a certain point, it'll just go, oh, I better get home.
Oh, I don't know if it's 11 or 11:30, but... Oh, I did make it home in time.
Ryo-san, you're home.
Oh, hi, Ine-san.
I was worried
Ollie,
because
go to
it
bed.
was getting late.
Don't worry. I'll always be home by 11 o'clock.
I do not wish to nag you, but
Yes, I understand.
So that's not his mother, is it?
I don't really know what she actually is to Ryo.
His grandma.
Maybe.
Save.
Although he
look.
doesn't use any any pronouns or anything to refer to her as such.
Look at the game data icon.
Wow, an old VMU.
Hold on. Ah. It said corrupted. I saved again because it said corrupted data the first time and I was slightly worried. Huh.
I don't know. No.
No, no.
Sleep, Ryo. Sleep. And dream of your father being Razor's barber.
Ine-san is always there for me.
God, just remember how gruesome Chai's gonna look.
Yeah.
The joys of having to watch this game's graphics version of Earwax.
Still not open?
Oh, it's not open for another hour. Okay.
Why don't you just tit around for a bit?
Tamura-san.
Hey! How about going out for some food?
Sorry, not today.
Right, where's the tailor?
Tinker, tailor, soldier, spy, butcher, baker, candlestick maker,
Did you come up with anything about
astronaut.
people from
Yes, I-
Sorry, not yet!
I see.
You can shout as many jobs as you like out, Ross. You're never gonna bloody get one.
You worthless doll scum.
Yeah. We've got our whole thing prepared for when we go to that meeting again, and they try and stick us on ask us if we're going to go on Universal credit. It's going to be a simple answer of a no.
It's closed.
What is this, Tinker Tailor Soldier cunt?
Oh, you have to make everything sound so dickheadish.
That was a Peter Capaldi line.
Oh, I found out who she is.
Oh?
That woman.
It's closed.
She's just a
Okay,
housekeeper.
who is she? Oh, okay.
Right, I found the ramen place, but it doesn't open till 5. Okay, let's see how we can... Oh, it's 10 o'clock now, so...
It's 10 o'clock. Time for people with jobs to go to work. Other people sit at home watching Tots TV, wondering, I've got to be this way. Good morning, job seekers.
Okie dokie, picking a pokey. What's that, Mickey Love?
Oh God, you're just so horrible.
Pens.
The best friend you can have.
Everything I know about people, I learned from pens.
If they don't work, you shake 'em. If you still don't work, you chuck 'em away, bin 'em.
Excuse me. Hi. I'm searching for members of the Three Blades.
When are you going to be actually learning about spreadsheets and computers? Piss off, Ross.
Taosan from IGEG told me. He said
I
should
love his
ask you
thing when you
about
actually
them.
find the
Is that so?
outster.
Will you help me, Maeda-san?
Use of abusive and threatening language. You what? Like, you work shy set of bastards. What's the sodding point?
Yeah.
Sit down, you born idle, lazy
Barbershop
cunt.
down there called
What
Liu
was
Barber and
that?
Hair Salon.
That was your
Chinese couple
motivational
runs it.
speech for the unemployed.
They're a Three Blades barbershop.
Taosan told me it's closed.
Yeah. I hear
No,
their
Ross,
grandfather was
don't take me
hospitalized,
pens.
but he's
They're
said
not
to be
yours
discharged
anymore,
within the next
Pauline.
couple of days. Perhaps today even.
Is that so? Well, I'll try there.
When she meets Kathy.
I loved the live show version of that. It was horrible. It was like two big fat white balloons bagging about. And that was just Pauline.
Can't believe she's dead.
Yeah. Oh, Sam, did you ever get around to seeing the specials?
No, I didn't. I sadly did not. It's okay.
They killed her.
Well, it was going to happen eventually.
She was killed by the most unlikeliest person.
Papa Lazarus?
No.
No.
Mickey?
No.
Ross?
No,
No.
not Ross.
You, son. Hello.
One of the random people who appeared in her restart courses?
No.
I'm not here for a haircut.
It
Jeff?
wasn't even.
I came to
Yes.
ask about people from China. And
No.
you are. I'm Ryo Hazuki of the Hazuki Dojo in Yamanose. Hazuki-san.
Why Jeff?
Darling, you
Well,
saw it in the paper on that snowy day.
What's his name?
Mike.
What his co-worker? Mike. Yeah. He asked him to like. He wanted to pay Jeff to kill his wife.
Chinese man who goes by the name
And he got the wrong house.
Tao's son and the others of the Three Blades said that perhaps you'd know.
Oh, Jeff, I miss him and his gun.
Son referred you to
He doesn't actually have the gun anymore.
Second generation
I
Chinese.
know, I
to
know. The
sell it.
last time we saw the gun was in that one episode in season 3, where they told him not to tell a joke about the Mau Mau.
He is.
My father's 80 years old. He owned a shop in Yokohama.
I just loved how unstable he was.
He's been in hospital for the flu.
Hey, oh no, I got this gun, don't you?
Yesterday.
Yeah, you are gonna tell this joke. And we're all gonna laugh.
Oh, he's a man
Otherwise,
now.
he gets it.
Perhaps he's exercising in the park.
Suzume Park?
He walks once around Obuita and eats at the soba restaurant every day.
Death by Mau Mau.
I'll try there.
I speak to Lucina. Walks in Suzume Park. Oh god.
Mizono.
Ryo, I do understand how you feel, but don't overdo it.
Yeah, I know.
Good to see you in a hairdresser, Lily. Get rid of that ridiculous hairstyle. I don't know where I'm supposed to go to find that guy. Oh, wait, it's this place.
Are you Ryu-san?
Yes, I am.
Conveniently forgot.
My name is Ryo Hazuki from the Hazuki Dojo in Yamanose.
Ah, I've heard what happened to your father. My condolences. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a Chinese man who calls himself Lan Di. Three Blades members like Aji Ichi's Tao-san suggested that perhaps you might know.
Ah, you know?
Oh, hold on a second. Hello. Hey.
What's going to do for food?
What do you fancy?
I don't know, it's up to you, I'm just asking.
I don't know, to be honest. Can I get back to you?
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay, it's okay.
What did he say?
Son?
Yes? What is it?
About Lan Di.
I gather by his name that he is most likely a member of a Chinese black market cartel, or perhaps even the Chinese mafia.
Would they be here in Yokosuka?
They have developed a base in the harbor to bypass customs and expand their activities.
The harbor?
By asking some of the sailors in the vicinity. They're bound to know more.
Right, so where's the harbor?
I'll look for some. Thank you very much.
Good.
I do not know where the harbor is. Fuck off.
And be careful with those sailors.
Oh my.
I mean, they've been at sea, away at sea for so long.
Yes, and let's face it, Rio looks like a very big, nice oasis to a lot of thirsty travelers.
Do you know any place where sailors hang out?
Sailors? Yeah, I do. They hang out at bars. They always start street fights when they're drunk, you know. I can't stand them, man.
Which bar do they hang out at?
I don't know. I'm broke. I can't afford to drink.
Oh well, later.
Sailors hang out in bars at night. Looks like we got some time to kill.
Well, Ollie, you're looking for sailors at night then, eh?
Yeah. Huh.
Hey, wait a minute. Hey, Hazuki, you think you can bump into me and not even apologize? Yeah, jerk. Apologize to Enoki-san. Or maybe I'll just beat an apology out of you.
I don't have time for this. Get lost.
That's it, your history. Yeah! That's it. Come on, loser.
Wow.
Damn,
Rio's rude.
tough.
Yeah.
All he had to do was
Kiri
just...
would have whooped his ass.
I don't have
Yeah, I mean,
time to play
all he
your
had to do
little
was just
games.
apologise.
Yes, I'm sorry.
You don't mess with me again. Got it?
All right, all right. Hey, are you okay? Can you get up?
Okay, apparently they've made a new title belt for NXT.
Right.
NXT UK Women's Champion.
Cool.
That's good.
Apparently the NXT UK thing is starting soon, so, you know. Oh, it's going to be the NXT UK tapings this week, so Ollie, there might be more reason to watch the network. Speaking of, I did actually watch the NXT takeover.
Oh yeah. Was it good?
Oh, actually, yeah. Shayna Baszler lost the women's title to Kairi Sane. Johnny Gargano basically crippled himself in his own match against Tommaso Ciampa.
Right.
And EC3 got busted open by the Velveteen Dream in their match, so he bled all over the place literally at the end of the match, so that was cool. Also, Ricochet is now the new North American champion.
I see.
Guess I'll try it.
We have time to kill.
Space Harrier! Ollie's going to be playing a game inside a game.
Well,
actual Mega Drive game, I believe.
Well, actually, it might be a Master System version. Careful.
This is also in Yakuza.
And will also be, I think, in that in Fist of the North Star.
Sega loves Space Harrier, apparently.
Well, it's one of the franchises they remember they have that isn't Sonic.
Yeah. I mean,
Just
not
remember that.
I
I think I remember telling someone at one point about Yakuza 0 and they went, "Wait, are you seriously telling me that Sega did something other than Sonic the Hedgehog?"
Yeah.
Yes. They had an entire business beforehand. I think there was some military thing they did beforehand, or before the thing was bought out and made into Sega.
Yeah.
There was a picture of it with Sonic with weapons being instructed by a Colonel version of Sally Acorn. Prepare for war.
Sorry, out of rank.
The graphics on this game, man.
Yeah.
They're all retro and shit.
I think I remember this game in an arcade once.
Guess I'll try
Welcome
it.
to the fantasy zone. Get ready.
Get ready and remain indoors.
What?
Yeah.
I remember to use ASS on the scoreboard. Oh. These buttons are... I'm gonna try that again.
Yen. I'll try it.
I remembered you.
Sorry?
I'm just reading these things. Good to see you in the hairdresser. I'll get rid of that ridiculous hairstyle. Oh, you're going to bring them baby seals. Remember yours. Ass on your scoreboard. Use ass on your scoreboard. Lassie.
The fine. No.
Well, I was doing surprisingly well.
Then the tides turned. But then the tide turned and I was like, hey, what gives?
Ah. Oh. Retro games are hard.
Oh, yeah. Well, you've got, Ollie, just remember, you've got to burn some time while, you know, waiting for sailors. What was that bit about your mother was a baboon's rump, your father was a baboon's rump, and your mother spent most of her time up the walls with sailors? I'm not telling you. It's because you're bored, isn't it? I'm not bored. Inventing 2 new notes. H and J. I love that whole thing. Whole rock.
Starts. 1 game, 100 yen.
All the instruments will have to be bigger to accommodate my new notes.
Hey Ollie,
of course,
will you
women will have to be
streaming?
banned from playing the cello.
Hey Ollie, will you be streaming the new Spider-Man game?
Oh yeah.
Cider-man. Cider-man. Cider-man.
All right.
Yeah.
Ollie really likes his miscellaneous games. You know, maybe if you spent time doing this instead of looking for your father's murderer, you might actually chill out better.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, revenge is not the solution.
Missed.
Oh damn.
This is it.
Maybe if you just sat and talked to someone about his problems, you know, help.
Yeah, I mean, now look what's happened. I mean, his dad's not been dead a week, and suddenly he's already looking for sailors.
Hey, not too bad.
Tell you what, I am going to be streaming.
What?
Oh?
Yeah. Lego DC Supervillains.
That sounds fun.
It is. Consider it. You know, in previous Lego games, you can make your own character.
You're making your own villain.
Yeah, you make your own villain, and he's a part of the story.
Nice.
It's the first triple 20 I've managed.
Hey, not too bad. Last one.
I think that's a pretty safe high score, don't you?
I think so.
300 100 points.
So this is the last free game.
Oh, third game. Alright.
All right.
Hey!
I'm getting it.
You'll be yesterday's news soon. Ain't that right, radio? News just in. I don't know where the hell I am.
Your yesterday's news, bird-faced man.
Yesterday.
Oh, don't cut to
don't-
yesterday, I just got
Yesterday.
here.
I'm getting it.
Meanwhile, on the planet Quex.
This is the last dart.
See if I can break 500. I need a bullseye and a triple 20. Oh,
Hey, not too
no.
bad.
475.
I'm number 1.
Wow, man, you're pretty good. You won a prize. Here you go.
Thanks.
What, no trophy? Come on.
Can you get a trophy for it?
I don't know. I haven't actually checked out the trophy list. Excuse me. You know what,
Yeah,
guys?
too bad. Yeah.
I think I'm kind of close to passing out, so I think I'm gonna have to call it here.
Well, that's understandable. I mean, we are pretty much almost at the 2-hour mark, but if the fact you made it this far is good enough, I suppose.
Yeah. Right. Well, we'll see how I feel, like, I don't know, tomorrow or the day after, whatever. But thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Alright.